Richard Boyd Barrett.
Taoiseach, in a fairly terrifying development yesterday, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, a bulletin that was first instigated by Albert Einstein and other atomic scientists in 1945, moved the doomsday clock to being 90 seconds to midnight, from previously being 100 seconds to midnight, which they describe as a metaphor for how close humanity is to self-annihilation. The nearest previously that clock was to midnight was 17 minutes at the end of the Cold War, and it's now 90 seconds. And they cite very specifically the threat of nuclear war as a result of the escalation of the war in Ukraine. Now, we all know Putin instigated that war, and he is the culprit for an unjustified and brutal invasion. But there is no sign whatsoever from the EU, from President von der Leyen, quite the opposite, of an attempt to try and de-escalate this terrifying situation. That's not in any way to mitigate the crimes of Putin, but to say escalating this war to the possibility of a nuclear conflict is too scary to even think about. And that's what the atomic scientists believe. And when you look at tanks and so on and the escalation of this, are you not scared? Do you think a neutral country like Ireland should not be calling for de-escalation of this terrifying conflict?
Thanks, Deputy. I absolutely call for de-escalation of the conflict in Ukraine. And the best way it can be de-escalated is for Russia to withdraw. Either to withdraw fully from Ukraine, or at least to withdraw to the boundaries as they were this time last year. That's the best way, I think, for us to de-escalate this war, and that's absolutely what I'm calling for. That's absolutely what I'm calling for.